Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depending on where you are in this world, this is Hedgen Lee with a morning update for Bitcoin. So, one of the first things I want to address is a pattern that people have been clamoring about a bit. If you can see here, people said there was a big head and shoulders, and that head and shoulder, maybe left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and they were calling their collapse. And then they are saying maybe there's another head and shoulder here. But I see a bit of fractals going on. You have a big one, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. You have a small one right here, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And then you have another one, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So one of the criteria of head and shoulders is, and if you can look at this up in the McGee handbook of, which is really to me the Bible of patterns, the second book that I've been recommending for the stock trend analysis, that one of the requirements of a head and shoulders, well, there's two requirements. One is a completion of the pattern, and these are complete. You can draw a neckline across each one of them. For those of you who are new to this, here's the left shoulder, right shoulder, head, and right shoulder. Okay? Same thing here. Left shoulder, right shoulder, head, right shoulder. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. However, one of the requirements of a head and shoulders for confirmation, there are two stages of a pattern: completion and confirmation. For head and shoulders, a confirmation is that the volume should also be like that. Take the same shape. And I don't see that. I mean, anything but that in the volume. I mean, this should be here the highest volume area. I have to say these drawings, and they're unintentional, look highly phallic. What does that mean? Okay. Now let's go back to the triangle that we had drawn. So last night, yesterday I had a triangle like this, and people were saying, "Oh my God, it's breaking support." Okay, not anymore. Yes, the triangle lines can be redrawn, updated, based on the new prices. A, B, C, D, E. And if we check out the volume should decline more and more and more. So here's one thing. If you don't see the volume declining, if the volume keeps rising, let's say, or volume stays steady, then this triangle too does not have volume confirmation. It needs to trickle down to almost nothing. It needs to decline. One thing to keep an eye out for is if the volume does not decline and starts rising. Then you can get a breakthrough. However, usually in a triangle, if this is a triangle, you see a pitter-patter of volume decline. For instance, here's verge. Volume is declining. This is what we want to see similarly. Look how the volume is declining to a pitter-patter. Every now and then you'll get a spike, that's okay. But it'll come as it approaches the apex of the triangle. The apex is where the two lines of the triangle cross. Volume will go to almost standstill. That is one of the key attributes of a triangle. So as this approaches the apex here, volume will come to a standstill. Now we still have a count that could go like this: A, B, C, B, and then we can go into a C. And that combines with the bear flag. If that's the case with the overall ABC, then for the triangles, for the bear flag, it needs to be labeled as A, B, C, D, and then we need one more up. What you can do is from this assessment, now I'm going to combine the triangle from this assessment. If we get an A, B, C, D, E for a bear flag, we should see a price that goes higher, and then it would collapse quickly. However, if we get an A, B, C, D, A, B, where did it go? A, B, C, D, and E. This D is not expected to go higher than C, as the E of the bear flag can go higher than C. That is one telltale trait you can look at. If we get a bounce off this, let's see how high it goes. If it bounces off to the blue line and comes down and does an E, high likelihood of a triangle. If it breaks the blue line, goes towards the white line here, on the top line of the bear flag, goes a bit higher than the C, and then bounces off, then that's a telltale of a bear flag. Again, if the triangle does A, B, C, D, E, but now it's done C and goes towards the D, the blue D, and bounces down, that'll more likely be a triangle. If the price breaks above the blue line of the triangle here, top line of the triangle, and makes a slightly higher high than C of the red C of the bear flag, like here for the E, and then bounces down, then that is probably the execution of the bear flag. Bear in mind, technical analysis is not a game of certainty. It is a game of probabilities. Okay. I hope you found this to be quite helpful. Look, I'm still helping as many people possible through coaching sessions. And if you can find, if you feel that maybe coaching with hedging on a one-on-one basis could be helpful for you as well, give me a shout out. I'll be happy to help. Let's see what we can arrange. Okay? Thank you and have a good day. And if there's anything dramatic that happens today, I'll definitely put up an midday update. But remember, awareness and confidence is a much better position to be in than fear and greed. Have a good day.